Yeah, good morning. If you're hearing me from Canada, good morning. If you're hearing me from the US, good afternoon. If you're from Africa, from Nigeria, and from UK, and all that. Yeah, this morning I want to talk about a topic I've already, spoke about earlier on, not today, I think some days back. It's about our traditional ruler. How the respect for them is going down by the day. They are no more the revered royal fathers who used to be, they used to be. And it's pathetic. It is very, very, very pathetic. Today you read about a story of how they are, grabbing lands from people. The other day you read about stories how they are encroaching on people's properties. This is unroyal of our royal fathers, and they just need to stop it before they are rubbished. They're supposed to be traditional rulers over their subjects, over the people. And in this democratic dispensation, if the people will rise against them and tell the politicians or the rulers that be that no, we don't want them again, that will be all for them. I mean, right now, what we're still trying to do is to find a rule, the definitive role for them to play in this political dispensation. But if they will not stop this their land grabbing thing, if they will not stop this their anti-people activities, then of course their end might just be so near. We might just be calling or soliciting for an end to all the shenanigans. That is what it is called. They're supposed to be custodian of customs and traditions at the lowest level, closest to the people. But if they have turned that, or they've usurped that opportunity to be something else, then we might just start calling, for an end to their reign. Now, let's go about it quickly. Land is vested in government, state government, local government, federal government. So, if those land that are vested in or state government are now given to people for farming, for this, for that, or this land that people have are recognized by the government by way of CFO, by way of whatever, how can somebody who call himself a number, a consideration of tradition, the person who people are supposed to report to when they have issues, now resort to, grabbing these lands, resort to encroaching on the land, resort to hiring thugs and miscreants to go and terrorize and disturb people on their farms. This is not good. Let's go back again. If it is federal government land, whoever needs land, we have to approach federal government. Please, I want land. And that's it. Not to the ANOBA, not to anybody. It is to the federal government. If it's a state land, the same procedure. You approach them, you want land for farming, you want land for this, you want land to build your house, and of course, we have also people who have their own lands. Some families who have been there for long, who had lands and they want to sell, they will sell the land, and government will come and certify all of this. You have all the necessary papers to support that, and that is it. Even at the local government level, every like that, you have families selling land, blah blah blah. But there's no land that is apportioned the Obas. Of course, there could be township land. Yes. Let's not forget that. That is directly under the control of the Oba. Where the said that one is there, the Oba has full control. But the reality now is that such towns are no more there. I mean, such lands are no more there. There are no more lands that you will call that of the Oba or that of the town. The lands for the Obas, for the town, are now very, very scarce. So now resorting to people, now changing history, people now going, bringing up some nasty things so as to take over land from people. This is not fair. If it's not checkmated, then what is going to happen is that people are going to start calling for the heads of the Obas. They are going to start calling for the heads of the Oba. The Oba is a royal person, is not a landowner. They are not landowners. The land that is, entrusted to them is probably the land of the town or the city or the village. That is, if such lands are still available. But where such lands are not available, then the only land that the Oba has control of is his own family land, maybe his lineage family land. So we must start to talk to these Obas to be patient. I'm talking about what is happening in Yoruba land. I know there are in Southwest. I know there are things like this that are happening elsewhere in the country, in Southeast, in South, and, leading to intercommunal clash and all of that. But I'm concerned about what's happening in Yoruba land. We revere those Obas so much that we accorded them, respect at the second in command to God. So how can they not turn that respect that we have to them into something else, grabbing people's land? My village, I will not mention the name now, the Bale who was installed about 4 or 5 years ago had to commit suicide. He grabbed some land or some people, sold the land, and when he was brought to Abeokuta, to the Oluwos or something, and into the Ile-Ogboni, to account for what he sold and give the family their money, he couldn't raise the money. They gave him ultimatum, and the next thing is he committed suicide. So Bales are selling lands, Obas are, encroaching on lands, are selling land, forcefully grabbing things. It's not good. I'm not going to talk about the state of things in the country. People are already finding things hard. Don't make it harder. Don't add to their hardship by grabbing their lands. The lands they have for agriculture, the lands they have for whatever reason, the one they want to bequeath to their children, why must you forcefully grab this land or snatch it from them? There's no Oba without citizens, without people. People can be without Oba. While I was growing up, I hardly feel the effect of what the Oba is doing anyway. Because I have seen them as considered culture and tradition, and that's what they remain to be. So please, we can do without the Obas, but the Obas cannot do without us. Thank you. I hope you help me share this message far and wide to whoever needs to hear, let them hear. And of course, your comments, your critics, or your critical for this will be welcome. Thank you. God bless you.